I said the unscrupulous fearing. There lived two friends in an African kingdom so many years ago. The kingdom had 7 hills, that's the way they say it, 7 rivers, and 7 thick green forests, with big trees and many kinds of animals. The kingdom prospered and flourishes under the wise king, Alayi. Right. Unfortunately, as all good things do not always last forever, the citizens began to be outrageously careless. Now, they refused to have little regard for the mother nature. They cut down the trees, poisoned the rivers with chemicals, and some of the fishes died. Right? They were totally oblivious or unaware of the deadline, and they careless for the warnings from their aging wise king. The rain stopped to fall as usual, at usual time, and so little when it falls. There were droughts, and many of the forests were dried. And because of these behaviors, there was a prolonged famine throughout the land. People began to die of hunger, and many children died of malnutrition. It was so pathetic and very hard that the people hardly had enough food to eat at any particular time of the day except these 2 friends. Out of the 2 friends, it was Amoye that actually provided the meal. He therefore fed his family and his friends. One day, the king called for a general meeting to discuss these various issues affecting the kingdom. He demanded that the 2 friends reveal their secrets. Perhaps the whole kingdom might benefit from their wisdom. Akpeno was very quick to say that he does not actually know how and where Amoye got enough food to feed both of their families. After many pressures on Akpeno, he decided to engage Amoye, who had made up his mind never to share information with a disgruntled people who had refused to adhere to basic principle of nation. He continued to say that if something bad happened to you, that means to Amoye, and he was not able to provide for them, they might all die and suffer like others. And as friends, they should be open to each other. Amoye later agreed to take him to the secret farm at the center of the 7th deep forest, where his family had their inheritance, on his staffs and on his own carriage. At different intervals of the way, he would speak certain strange words, incantations. All right? And the road would shrink and contracted to bring them nearer to the farm because it was a long journey. Eventually, they arrived at the farm. It was a large farm with no link road except speaking the strange words to the carriage. They carried enough food home to eat for the next 7 days. At last, the food finished, and Amoye was not willing and comfortable to take Akpeno to the farm anymore, unknowingly to Amoye that Akpeno had got the secret words recorded. Okay. However, Akpeno hired laborers and constructed roads to the farm. He fed the workers and gave them their wages. He now constantly visited the farm to get whatever he needed, and he plundered the farm so much that Amoye decided to hunt down the intruder. One fateful day, 2 of them met each other at the farm. Akpeno screamed and queried Amoye what on earth he was doing in his own farm. A big fight ensued. The king summoned both of them to prove ownership. Akpeno called a lot of witnesses, but Amoye had none. The king therefore judged that by these overwhelming witnesses, he had no other alternative but to declare Akpeno as the rightful owner of the farm. Surprisingly, Amoye was banned from going to the farm, and he was excommunicated from the kingdom. the knowledge we learn from this. I said we learn a lot of knowledge from this story. I said, number one, I was just trying to apply it to the world today. I said, look, a game changer is that one who negotiates loyalty for valuable information. Number two, no one has the monopoly of power and full security at the detriment of others. Number three is that in a globalized economy like ours, no one has the right to retain valuable information that will lead to a world peace and economic prosperity. Thank you.